Welcome to Built for This, the podcast where real estate meets real life skills. Hosted by Andrea Lane and Alyssa Bicar, each episode features investors turning their unique edge into long-term rental success.
Hello and welcome to the Built for This podcast, where we interview current real estate investors that are on the climb, looking to grow and increase their legacy and their wealth through rentals and putting the best of themselves to work in that business, because owning rentals is not just about owning assets. It's about running a business. Andrea, who do we have for him today?
So today I'm excited to introduce you to Biz Wallace. Biz Wallace has been in the real estate game for a little while. She has 2 units. They're all located in Florida right now. She's looking to grow her portfolio. And so, Biz, I have the same question for everyone. Why'd you get into real estate?
Thank you for being here. It is wonderful to be here. I love that question. I love to answer this question because I actually really like real estate investments. I came upon it just per chance. I wanted to go elsewhere in my world, and lo and behold, one opportunity came in front of me and I took it. And after that, it was just easy, and I really just like it a lot. So
Right on. So when you first got involved in real estate, what was like your first move? What did you do to first get invested?
I had a condo that I had purchased that I was living in, and I was going all the way to international movements, and lo and behold, the market was like, hey, why don't you just do this? And I was like, I've never done that before. Let's check it out. And I became a landlord for the first time, and a remote landlord at that. So I ended up being a landlord to a tenant in a condo that I owned. And after that, it was, well, what else can I do?
I love that. So the place that you lived, you wound up having something take you away, and the opportunity to backfill it with a tenant and become like that, inspired yet accidental kind of landlord was the first thing that fell in your lap?
Pretty much. Yep.
Right on. That's how my family got started too. My parents bought a starter home. They decided to upgrade from there, and they're like, let's see what we can do with this place. So what happened after that? What was your next move in real estate after you kind of got the itch?
I would love to say that it was normal and I just did something similar. It was not that at all. I was presented with, well, what else is out there? And when I perused what does it look like to be a real estate owner? I bought a parking space that was deeded separately from an actual condo as my second piece of property, and ended up earning a whopping $88 per month and paying my cell phone bill from a parking space which had zero maintenance and just positive net flow. And I was like, this is amazing. Let's see what's next.
Wow. Okay. So I love how I learn like right along. I feel like I'm in your story now, right alongside you. And as a person who's had a career so what pieces of who you are in your professional life lent themselves well to these deals that you kind of like magically came across?
That is a really good answer. And I have found myself saying this answer a lot in the last couple of years. I don't like downtime, and I'm always looking for the next thing. And this is something that piques my interest and holds a lot of space within an area which is fulfilling to me. So it doesn't hurt. It doesn't take up a lot of time. I have a tremendous network that I can rely on for experience and leads or acquisitions or just overall help. So it just made sense.
Oh, so what I'm hearing here is that you have a really great network, and that this inability of yours to sit still kind of was like we all get shamed in the education space for being ADD, right? Sit down, shut up, behave, and we're like, no, that actually was like your superpower here. It gave you an unfair advantage because you got obsessed. So how has that played out for you as you've gone to the ins and outs of your real estate journey? Kind of let us know what that inability to sit still, like how is that serving you in your real estate business?
Well, just like every other real estate investor, there's been some positive challenges and there's been some negative challenges, and you've had a lot of learning paths along the way. I am not immune to that. I have had my, oh, that didn't feel good. And I've had some, whoa, that totally went the opposite way. That's amazing. That really worked. So I've had some overall in the real estate arena so far. I've had over 10 deals where I've started to mesh of what I really wanted to work on. When you first come into it, it's okay, what do you want to do? And such a broad general question, you don't really know how to answer it because you don't know everything yet. So I started to just do some of the things within the real estate industry and say, okay, what does this look like for me? Walk through it and kind of evaluate it afterwards and say, cool, did it, not my bag. This I did, loved it, want to do more of that. So that's kind of where I've gotten to that place now where I know exactly where I want to be.
Oh, and I love that. It sounds like the agility that you've had to be able to try things and move away from things that didn't feel like it fit you. Because oftentimes, we get in our heads about what we think we want, and then if it doesn't show up exactly like that, then we feel we failed. But what I'm hearing in terms of your unique ability to always keep on the move, you're like, some will, some won't. So what? What's next? And I love that approach about what's next and to just keep moving. That, like, it's a total inspiration to me. And fill us in a little bit about your career, your other side of your life that you get to kind of that where you workshopped your skills and things on your way into real estate.
Um, which one? I have three in the world of biz. I have been a marketing professional for a lot of years, looking at the sales and marketing pieces of how to build a promo. So that technical knowledge of what's your product and how are you going to position it and who's going to be on the team to actually support and enable you and encourage that sort of behavior out in the marketplace to find a product matching a customer. So I think that's where my background comes along for the real estate arena, and just saying this really meshes because it's the same sort of mentality, and I feel comfortable within that space, knowing that skill set is going to get me to the end result.
Beautiful. Hey, we need to talk. I love that you have that. So, bring us in a little bit deeper. What, Andrea, we have some other curiosities for her.
Yeah, so I'm more, but what's one of your most recent wins or lessons that you have or stories? I know everybody who owns real estate has stories. That's you know,
Yeah,
did the
I
territory.
think we hear this a lot. And I think that everyone has started to fine tune this. And I think a lot of people, no matter whether you're in wholesaling or you're buy and hold or private money lending, it's the connections. So I've had a wonderful, a wonderful story where someone had really worked with me a lot in my past related to marketing and the facilities world. And they reached out to me and they said, I know you're in the real estate business. So what are you doing? What's going on? And how can I be part of it? And we ended up talking for about 2 hours and talking about what his current portfolio looks like. He had a son that was attending a college here in Gainesville, Florida, which I weirdly am now a resident of. So we really had not even the knowledge yet of connecting the pieces. We had worked in Chicago together for a long time. And then all of a sudden, just because his son had gone to the college here and he had a condo, and he was like, well, what do we do with the condo now that he's going to graduate? How do we look at who do we know that do we take it? So it's just this weird phenomenon of so far of coming through and having that personalization of being able to know what he was trying to get after and really helping him, saying, okay, I can connect you with the locals here. We're going to really start to give you a little bit of better data about, do you want to stay here or do you want to go somewhere else? What's that look like for you long term?
It's amazing when you have a network of people and they know what you do, which is so important that people know what you do, right? They they reach out to you. You know, I hear from people that I haven't spoken to in 1, 2, 3 years. Oh, I'm finally ready to get in. Can you help me? Or, oh, I have some money. Do you have any place I can park it? You know, like you never know, that real estate network really makes a difference, right? And even if they're not in real estate when you meet them, if they know you're in real estate, it really matters. I had someone reach out to me just last week. She said, I was talking to somebody in Texas, but I've hugged you. Why wouldn't I go with you? So it matters.
It does.
Great
Agreed.
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, as we're wrapping up, and thank you so much for sharing your time with us. I mean, I love listening to other people's stories, especially their wins and losses, because there's always somebody who has it. I think people want to connect with you. Did you want to say something, Alyssa, before I
Yeah,
go?
yeah.
Oh,
I
go
wanted
ahead.
to hear. So we heard about the challenge that you had. And a success story that it's not about what you know, it's who you know. And by George, sometimes those things come together. Looking forward in the next 6 to 12 months, what are some of your sights that you have set for your real estate business?
Great question. I am going to work with two people who I had lent to before. And so we're going to look at other opportunities that they have coming up to keep that side of my revenue streams going along. And then I need to have a couple conversations about what is next on my buy and hold. Now that I've had one be offloaded just because of the market did so much better than we thought it was gonna. And I never really wanted to keep it, but now I want a different one. So that's going to be on the docket for what is next on the buy and hold.
Great.
Right on.
I love that you want to keep going. It's always where are we moving and how are we making it better, right?
Yeah.
So again, thanks for being with us and sharing all the information. If people want to connect with you, what's the best way?
Oh, definitely LinkedIn. There's two people named Biz Wallace on LinkedIn, so find me the right one. I'm the marketer, not the business captain over there in San Francisco. So
Great.
Awesome. Well, we have really enjoyed this conversation, getting to know kind of the ins and outs, the ebbs and flows of what it takes to be a real estate investor in today's world, but also with your tenacity around just keep moving. It's such a total inspiration. And thank you so much for sharing it with us and with our audience. If you're listening to this on the broadcast, stay tuned. Don't go away. We have another amazing episode queued up for you right after this. So in the meantime, keep on swimming, keep on moving. Biz Wallace here, always on the move.
This wraps another episode of Built for This. If you're a real estate investor with a unique edge, apply to join us at builtforthisshow.com/guest.